Chicago.com. We're here in Grays Lake. We got Chicago Viper football getting ready to get started here. Chicago Vipers coming after a big win last week against the Falcons, the Chicago Falcons. So the Vipers come in 1-1. They are going to be taking on the Zion Atomic Swarm, who also comes in 1-1. Both teams looking for a victory. The standings tied in the standings. Both are in the National Conference of the GFL, the Gridiron Football League. Game's getting ready to get started here. Got 9-on-9 football, 45-minute running clock, and we are on the way. Jay Fortuna is going to start this week at quarterback. Takes the snap for the Vipers, hands off, pitch to the right, sweep, fumble, the ball's on the ground, still loose. Zion is saying they have it, still waiting on the officials to signal, and they do. So first play of the game is a sweep that goes for a fumble, and Zion will take over.
Yeah, what a great start there for the Antioch Swarm there on the first play of the game. Unlike last week, we had a first play of the game for the Vipers to where with Eli Williams, he scored a 70-yard touchdown run for the first play of the game for the Vipers on offense, and now the first play here, it's a fumble, and it's Swarm football.
So here we go. Swarm will start. We think it's at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, we had a little issues getting set with the field markers here in Grays Lake, Illinois for this evening's game.
But we are on the way right now. It's going to be 1st and 10. Anthony Scott takes the ball, hands it off, up the middle, still on his feet. It's going to be a gain of about 7 or 8, I believe. That was number 22, Terrence Anderson, on the carry. So Terrence Anderson just going to be just shy of a first down. So it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. However, the scoreboard is not going here, so we don't know how much time is left in the half.
The official is keeping a clock on the field. So, again, these are 45-minute halves. That is a running clock, by the way. We'll get to the rules in
There's
just
a draw play up the middle. Good for a couple.
And just want to remind everybody, this is 9-on-9 Gridiron Football League. And this is where a clock of 42 minutes is nonstop, and we'll get back to the rules here in just a second.
So here we go. I believe is it 3rd down?
It is now yes, it is 3rd down, and I know we don't have.
It's going to be 3rd and short. I don't even see the chains.
There are no chain markers here on the field, so we are going to play by our best judgment here.
Shotgun snap, pass to the left, wide open, complete, still on his feet.
Yep.
That's going to be a gain of, looks like about 20.
Yeah, that was a.
It's got to be a first down.
Yeah, it was a Chris Williams on the catch there. So it is a new set of downs now for the Antioch Swarm.
So it'll be first down, about 25, 30 yards away. Again, difficult to no markers as far as yard markers or anything.
And just like last week, this is another sideline view of what we have here on SportsTownChicago.com as well. Ryan Fay, Jason Buccaro.
So in the shotgun, fake draw, pitch out. It was an option play. Pitches out to the right. Running back looking to hit the edge and can't quite do it. Is out of bounds now. Flag comes in after maybe a late hit.
I was going to say that might be a little unnecessary roughness there on the. That might go against the Chicago Vipers, who come into this game 1-1 after gaining their first win of the 2014 season last week out in Outgeld Park against the Chicago Falcons.
That was number 25 on the carry.
That was Artavius Nixon for the Swarm.
So it's going to be 2nd down. That play, I believe, lost a couple of yards. Yeah. The unnecessary roughness gave it a first down. Would have been a loss of a couple.
Would have been a loss of a couple there on the pitch to the far sideline. The Swarm, just to paint the picture, in their neon green and black jerseys, they're going right to left, and the Vipers in their gray jerseys with white numbers going left to right.
The sun setting, a little bit of a cool breeze going on. All in all, a nice day. Shotgun snap, looking to the left, can't find a man. Now he goes to the right. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be met by a Viper defender.
Yeah, he's going to be tackled there by number 20, Harley Ivy. as that will bring up, I believe, as we were mentioned to earlier, a new set of downs are off of the unnecessary roughness penalty that was called against the Vipers a few minutes ago. So the Vipers backed up in their own territory, almost backed up into their end zone, as it's about 2nd down and 9 to go here for the Swarm.
Scott in the shotgun. In the backfield is Josh Trice. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff, fake hand. Oh, it is a handoff to Trice. He's trying to get to the end zone. He's still on his feet. Finally going to go down.
Oh, they're going to spot him. It looks like
close.
They're going to say that they are not ruling that a touchdown. They're saying he's at the 1-yard line.
Hey, you saw some of Zion's players putting their hands in the air signaling touchdown, but the most important people in stripes did not. So they're going to have to go for it again here.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 1, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, from our vantage point, I mean, there's not much room.
As again, we are here
Maybe
on
less
the,
than
I guess our vantage point is we are here on the sidelines, just kind of like last week's broadcast was. We're here at about the 35, 40-yard line here, so.
And we're ground level, so bear with us.
But it is a nice, cool night here in Grays Lake.
Great way to get the Memorial Day weekend started with some football. Shotgun snap, handoff, up the middle.
And
the Vipers appear to think they stopped.
And it looks like they did. It looks like that might have been a loss of a yard there.
That's going to bring up a 4th down.
It is going to be like a 4th down and just a few to go here. So, and
Ryan
again,
Fahey, I'm making you the coach. What do you do?
You go for it. Now, in gridiron football, if it is 4th down, you are able to go for it. But if you also are allowed to give possession to the other team if you don't think you're able to give it up on 4th down as well. That we saw that a lot with the Chicago Falcons, as they had a lot of 4th downs and they just turned the ball right back over to the Vipers. Didn't even bother to go for that 4th down, as we have a timeout on the field charged to the Swarm. And it looks like, as I bring up, what are you going to do on 4th down? The Swarm want to talk this one over.
That's a good, interesting point you brought up too with the timeout. Important to note, that's the only time the clock will stop until the final 3 minutes, and then they play NFL rules.
Yep, they play, again, these are 45-minute halves. The first 42 minutes, unless, as Jason mentioned, there are timeouts on the field, but the clock will run nonstop unless there is timeouts or touchdowns that are scored. The Antioch Swarm are close to trying to get one here, but the Vipers are trying to say otherwise here on this upcoming 4th down. Otherwise, the clock doesn't stop. You kind of play it like soccer rules in a way.
I know the first week that I did the game, they had a lot of confusion as to if it college rules, like the refs were stopping the clock every 1st down. And that's not the way that it was.
That kind of also happened last week, too, where there was a lot of confusion with the clock as well. As for the 2nd straight week for the Vipers, there hasn't been a functioning electronic scoreboard. They have been going by what the referee's clock has been on the field.
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, it could be halftime right now.
Well, it's not. It's not, Buck. We just got started here on SportsTownChicago.com for some Chicago Vipers football.
Time flies when you're having fun, right, Ryan?
Well, with you, it's always a great time. So, you know,
I know.
Dating back to our time when we were calling the state finals in Peoria. So,
those were legendary broadcasts.
Yes, you, Wes, me, and Paul.
So let's do it here on 4th down.
They got just about 2 yards to go here.
Scott in the shotgun. In the backfield, there's number 22, Terrence Anderson. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
It's a reverse.
Try the reverse. He's trying to find field to the left. Could not find the edge. The sideline.
They got it.
Touchdown, and he did eventually get in.
Just broke through the line there. So
that was number 25, Artavius Nixon, scoring the touchdown.
So that's a 6-0 Swarm lead here. So it's the first time in a couple weeks, if you go back to the Week 1 loss that the Vipers did suffer, it's the first time the Vipers have been trailing in a football game since Week 1.
It's only Week 3.
Still.
Basically, what Ryan is trying to say is the Vipers played very well last week.
They did. They did have a tremendous game against the Chicago Falcons last week.
The Chicago Falcons are currently sitting at 0-2, so I don't know how strong of an opponent they are. They've been outscored 69-38 this season, as they're going to be going for 2 here. So the Swarm going for 2. Shotgun pass over the middle, wide open. It's
what
caught.
A thread the needle move there by Scott.
That's number. Was that number 3 that made that catch?
I believe that. Yes, it was.
So that is Carlton Reynolds, 5'11" wide receiver. So it's going to be 8-0. One thing we know for sure, still in the first half, if I got to give my best guess, I'm going to say about 38 minutes-ish.
38 minutes-ish to go. We look at our clock from when we've started. We are about at the between 7 and 8 minute mark overall in this game.
Okay, there was a timeout.
There was the timeout, so we're about 7, 8 minutes in, we'll say.
There was a timeout where?
On the field.
Oh.
Okay. Pulling the
little
Soldier
Chicago
Field.
Bears.
Pulling the Soldier Field reference. I like it.
So, now the Vipers will try again their second offensive possession. The first one lasted all of a play. That came to a halt on a fumble. So now let's see what they got. Here we go. First down and 10.
As Noel Rivera is the quarterback here for the Vipers. We did not see him take first snap warm-ups, though, which was surprising. As this one, he is handing off up in the field to number.
It's Josh Hampton.
Yeah, that's going to be Josh Hampton.
He bust one. He's gone.
Oh my.
Touchdown.
Oh.
So, Ryan, what better way to make up for a fumble than take one 70 yards to the house?
You know, we have
Few
gummy
broken
bears
tackles.
here. I think we want to feed the beast, not Marshawn Lynch with Skittles, but let's feed Hampton here with some gummy bears.
Well, there were gummy bears. We kind of
ate them?
Yeah, there's 4 left.
Actually 5, and I'm about to eat them right now.
Yeah, we have no gummy bears. But we do have a 2-point conversion coming up, or maybe they'll kick it. Either way, we're going to have a point after conversion of some sort. It looks like they're going to kick it. So they're going to try to make it an 8-7 game. Very nice run there by Josh Hampton. Hampton, 6 foot, 175 pounds, out of Wheeling, Illinois. Fumbled the first play of the game that led to the touchdown.
Yep, and Zach
Gets it
Criswell.
right back.
Zach Criswell will be out to kick the extra point here now for the Vipers.
Criswell out of Libertyville.
So he didn't have that far of a drive to get here to Grays Lake.
Snaps down, kicks up.
And it's
No good.
Ooh.
That curve that looked like at the last
And
second.
then we have our cameraman
right in front
Brian
of
Sturm here working that one. So I guess from his vantage point, we'll look at the footage, later on. But it looked close to me.
So that's going to make it 8-6. Very interesting first couple of possessions here. We've seen each team score a touchdown. We're approximately 10 minutes into this ball game. The nice thing about this is not a whole lot of time to wait in between. We're not going to have a kickoff.
Yeah, that's another thing about the Gridiron Football League. There are no kickoffs in this. They just begin possession for the respective teams. They start on their own 30-yard line.
I like that rule.
You do?
It's different.
I'm
guessing you don't like it.
No, I never said I didn't like it.
I think it works well for the type of league that this is.
Yes. And, I completely agree with you on that one as we are standing here on the Antioch Swarm sideline.
By the way, look at number 18 of the Swarm, the center. That guy is like 7 foot 300 pounds. It looks like it's David Fajardo. He's listed 6'6", 310.
Jeez.
Here we go. First down. Handoff up the middle. Gain of maybe a couple. That was number 24 on the carry. That's Josh Trice. So it's going to be second down.
As I believe they have created their own sideline markers here to determine how many yards there are. We saw a couple guys in between the plays here from the extra point miss attempt. So it looks like it's going to be second down and about 8 to go here.
Yeah, they've got sticks now
They have
instead
sticks.
of chains.
They have sticks and yarn, it looks like.
Hey, it's better than nothing. Scott in the shotgun takes a snap. Looking downfield, throws, has a man open under the middle. That's Chris Williams.
Yep.
That's going to be right at the first down marker. It's going to be about a yard past, so first down Swarm.
Yeah, and an interesting note here to pick up as well for the quarterbacks, and not to mention the kickers. The wind is starting to pick up here on the field.
The wind is definitely picking up a little on the field. It's making my partner here, Ryan Fahey, a little chilly.
No. It was not as bad as last week. I was really cold.
Ryan is in full summer gear. He has shorts and a T-shirt. So if you are in the area and feel bad for Ryan, please drop off a sweatshirt for him.
Yeah, drive to Grays Lake, please.
I said if they're in the area. If they're already in Grays Lake.
You didn't define the area very well.
Well, I didn't think I had
Anyway.
Shotgun, snap, up the middle, handoff to number 24, Josh Trice. He's met by a pile of Viper defenders. Gains maybe a couple. It's going to be second down.
So, yeah, it's 2 straight runs there for the Swarm there on this offensive possession.
Yeah, this is supposed to be more of a passing league. We've seen a lot of running in the football, though.
Yeah, so far, yeah.
So, we saw in week 1 the Chaos. They actually have the league's leading passer in Iannotti, who played at Wisconsin Whitewater.
Oh, okay.
They're known for
Division three
Division
football.
3
All
football,
right.
but they've won some national championships there. He
They had a
was
three-peat going a
quite
few
the
years
ball
back.
player. So the ball snapped.
Look at all the time in the pocket he has.
All day. Scott's looking, finally throws to the right, has a man. That's caught by number 32, Michael Taylor, the tight end fullback, 6 foot, 245 pounds, picks up a first down. It was about a 15, 20-yard gain.
Yeah, it was about, look, I would say between a 15, 20-yard gain there. Again, our vantage point is, for us calling the game, it is directly field level on the sidelines right behind the Antioch Swarm here. But look, all the time that Scott had in the pocket there for the Swarm, he had all day to throw. Even you and I can make that kind of a throw.
I was just going to say, you alluded to a very good point. He had all day. There was nobody near him. He could have spent a few more seconds figuring out where he wanted to put that football. You can only cover someone for so many seconds.
Right.
So that's going to be a first down. Scott in the shotgun. One man in the backfield. One receiver to the right. Two to the left.
Oh, it's a Wildcat. Uh-oh.
Wildcat formation. Scott takes it himself.
He does the
He gets a few.
he does the fake.
I don't know if that was really
fake
the Wildcat. That was more a quarterback draw.
Yeah, the quarterback draw had the halfback running up with him, and then the quarterback kept it for himself, ran it to his left, and I got a few yards there on the play there with Scott for the Swarm.
So it's second down, correct?
Yes.
Second down and a few. Can't see where the sticks are.
The sticks are on the downwards now as the Swarm have now went into Viper territory off of their previous catch from a few plays ago.
Terrence Anderson is the lone man in the backfield. One receiver to the right, two receivers to the left. Scott again in the shotgun.
And he does have one back in the field, too, with him.
Ball is snapped. He's looking, he's got
Oh,
in a little bit of trouble, escapes it.
Wow.
He's like a one-on-one, finds his man, and it's caught by number 22. I believe that's number 22.
yes, it was.
That's Terrence Anderson for
Wow.
the touchdown.
You know what the thing about that one is, and our great camera crew here picked it up nicely. He was waving his hand downfield for the football. Scott just threw it in that direction. Had to be kind of an on-time pass. They got it over the secondary, and sure enough, it's another 6 points for the Swarm.
I want to say it was Sean Dawson who was in there, and at that point, it was one-on-one. He was trying to escape him. He was the only guy that could get him. He had him pinned, and Scott just escaped.
I referenced it to it earlier about how much time Scott had in the pocket there on a couple plays ago to get that first down from before. He had all the time in the pocket that time. That time the Vipers came in, but Scott was just able to loosey-goose around it.
Yeah, he beat his man.
And they're going for 2 points, by the way, as well.
So Scott hands it off.
That's not
Nothing
gonna work.
doing there.
Nope, no soup for you.
That was handed off to number 34, Jay Von Mooten. That's an awesome name right there.
Von Mooten.
Von Moot.
Sounds like it's more of a baseball name.
Well, he's a 5'8" running back that just lost a few yards on that. He was met by a pile of Vipers that just dragged him backwards. So it's going to be 14-6 now.
Yep, score now 14-6 in favor of the Swarm, and this is the
Fahey, give us your best guess on how much time's left.
Well, according to our clock, I would say we have had about 15 minutes of this ball game played in. And again, the clock refs will blow the whistle, I should say, when we hit the 42nd minute, and then we play the final 3 minutes like NFL rules. As again, these are total 45-minute halves with a 5-minute halftime break, and then we get the second half going as well.
So the Vipers are going to get started now. Rivera in the shotgun. One man in the backfield. Receiver out, two wide to the right, one to the left. Handoff up the middle. Now he busts outside. That's Josh Hampton again. Gets a couple of yards. I apologize that I misspoke. There were two receivers out to the left, one to the right.
Yeah, we know. I noticed there was no Eli Williams out here today for the Vipers. He left the action early against the Falcons last week. Not sure what happened with Eli Williams. But nonetheless, we're seeing the touches today here for the Vipers
Josh
by none other than
Hampton.
Josh Hampton. Yes,
Yeah, I mean,
and
the
he wanted.
fumble,
There was the fumble at
but
first.
then the huge 70-yard run. So
He was
that
trying to
makes up
match
for
what
it.
Eli Williams did last week on the first play of the game, as Eli had the 70-yard touchdown to begin the game against the Falcons last week.
Well, I'm sure these guys have their friendly competitions too.
Right, during practice and all that. Right,
practice. Yeah. And tonight's Hampton's opportunity. So far, making the most of it, minus the one early mistake. Nice way to recover, though. So Rivera in the shotgun. One man in the backfield, two out to the left, one to the right. Throws the ball right.
Oh.
It's dropped.
Yeah, that's
Screenplay
Tim Bauer there. You got to get that one, Timmy.
Yeah, he was thinking about trying to find his blocks.
I apologize. That was a Tommy Wattis.
Tommy Wattis, yes.
The receiver there.
I think he was trying to follow his blocker and set up his run before he reeled the ball in.
Yeah, and another thing, too, is that sometimes you see receivers where they try to catch the ball, but they take their eyes off the football. They're trying to look down the field to see if they can find any space, for any yardage down the field to try to run. So, yeah, I think it was also, Buck, one of those keep your eyes on the football and make sure you catch it.
Yeah.
And make sure you catch it fully before you start running.
Can't gain any yards if you don't have the ball, right? That sounds like a Maddenism.
It does.
Here we go. One man in the backfield. Receiver out. Two to the left, one to the right. Ball snapped. Rivera looking. He's going to be met by three defenders. Three of those neon green jerseys just wrapped him up.
If you would have saw that the defensive line of the Swarm was, no pun intended, swarming at him coming from Rivera's right, he had time to move to his left and scramble to the far side over on the field to try to get some yards for a quarterback
run. He had enough time to drop back and just throw, and he didn't. He waited, and the line just collapsed.
Yeah, and it looks like off of the third down there, so it looks like it is going to be a change of possession because of the rule of that you are allowed to give up possession on fourth down to the other team.
It's essentially the punt without the punt. It's a field position strategy, right?
Yeah, it's a field position strategy, and it's one of those is like if you try to, again, risk it on fourth down, and we saw last week the Falcons, they get a pick six against the Vipers in the second half, so you have to weigh the pros and cons and the risks about it. So
it's going to be Swarm football.
As they have the 14-6 lead here with about 18 minutes of this first half played. Again, the officials are keeping the official clock on the field. The scoreboard is not working, so we will do our best to relay you the time.
I believe Ryan Fahey broke it, but he is not admitting it.
I came here and it was broken. How about that?
Uh-huh.
What
very,
are you?
Very convincing.
Are we saying it's an excuse over here, Mr. Jason Buccaro?
Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying first down. First down for Zion. Well, I have him listed as Zion. You have him as Antioch.
The Zion Antioch Swarm is what they're called, yes.
Scott has his man on the left sideline. It's complete.
That's to Williams again. So the Scott-Williams connection has been successful here so far for the Swarm.
Scott Williams played for the Bulls back in the day. Now Scott Williams is lighting it up in a little GFL, huh? Scott to Williams. Sorry, I got to keep you on
you and your mannerisms for today so far. I'm liking it.
I don't know if that was the right word.
References, metaphors.
Yeah,
we'll have those all night, so it doesn't matter.
Here's what we got, though. We got a first down. Once again, Scott in the shotgun. One man in the backfield. We got a receiver wide to the left, slot left, receiver wide right. Handoff up the middle to number 24, Josh Trice. He's going to gain about a couple. Let's bring up third down, I believe.
As again, it is a little difficult because there are no official chain markers on the sidelines either, so we're kind of working with just human interaction here.
I actually got word that Ryan Fahey was supposed to be the chain guy.
I heard Tyler Simpson was supposed to do it too, but he quit on us too. He was supposed to paint numbers on the field, run the scoreboard. He was supposed to be doing it all tonight, but he quit. He just quit on us over here.
So Scott in the shotgun, third down, 14-6. Fake the handoff. He's rolling out to the right. It's the option play. Yeah. Now he pitches it. Trying to get around the corner is number 25, Artavius Nixon.
Ooh, and he actually got a few extra yards there.
He got more yards than it looked like he would. That he just could not find the edge.
Made a few jukes there and then got tackled outside near the Vipers sideline there. So
that was very Ryan Fahey-esque. Very elusive.
Ooh, thank you.
You are welcome.
You guys can catch Jason Bucar on the Weekend Water Cooler every Saturday from noon to 2, by the way, here on SportsTimeChicago.com.
Except for this Saturday because it's Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, that's right. So you won't be in the studio for this weekend, but you'll be back next weekend.
Yes, sir. So is that a first down?
I believe they did reset it again. We are working with human interaction here, so it is it's not as easy to see as if we were up in a press box.
Scott looking to pass. Pump fakes, brings it down now.
Look at the moves he's got.
Oh, yeah. Now he finds a guy open in the flat. That's number 25, which is Nixon, I believe.
Ooh. Did you see the moves he made there? He eluded a few tackles. I know our camera picked that up well.
Nixon did a very nice job, too, then once he got the ball in a little bit of space.
Once again, Scott in the pocket. He had to roll out to his left a little bit, but he's still avoiding Viper defensemen and still able to get the ball, and the best thing for the Swarm, at least, completing the ball.
Yes. Scott has been a very elusive quarterback.
Very elusive, and I would also say poised as well, because he's not letting any of the pressure of the Vipers defense when it has been getting to Scott in the pocket, whether Scott's been having to run to his left, roll to his right, or do the pitch read option or whatever. He's been staying poised here at the quarterback position so far.
Scott handoff up the middle to Trice. Trice is going to gain a couple. He's going to be taken down by a couple of Viper defenders.
Yeah, just got about a few yards there trying to punch through the lines there up the middle, but wasn't able to do so successfully. So the Swarm now making a few player substitutions in and out now for this offensive play coming up.
Some new personnel packages.
Yep. The thing to note about the Swarm is that they are, if we want to make easy comparisons for all of our listeners out there, you want to think of them in the Gridiron Football League as more of the Oregon Ducks, fast, quick tempo players.
And this league is really all about quick tempo, fast pace.
But I think a good example here is this Antioch Swarm here tonight. They know how to elusive around and break tackles. That's another thing too that's important.
Scott hands the ball off.
We got a flag on the play there.
Yeah, flag on the play. That was number 22, Terrence Anderson, who took the ball, tried to get to the edge on the left side.
The flag occurred as the tackle was happening, so I couldn't see from my vantage point what exactly happened, but the call happened as the tackle was progressing, and if the
holding,
and they're going to call holding again. Ooh, so they're going to say that was against the Swarm. So it looks
Getting back to your Oregon comparison, I thought you were saying that because of the uniforms.
That's also another thing. But the difference with the Swarm is that they're neon green.
Yeah.
The Ducks are more of a solid green base.
The Ducks have like 84 uniforms, I think.
That is also true. He's got a point.
Sometimes they're neon green, sometimes they're white, sometimes they're dark green, sometimes
orange-ish, weird, and all Nike sponsored though. So.
You know why, right?
Yeah, because the vice president, I believe it was, of Nike is a Oregon Duck alum.
Yeah, the founder of Nike.
The founder of Nike, I apologize. Thank you.
So Scott in the shotgun, they backed him up 10 yards. Oh, well.
Scott had trouble there.
They throw a little screen pass. It's complete. Now he's trying to find some room to run. That's number 11, Jeff Mayfield. Gained maybe about 8.
What I love there about Mayfield, after the completion of the wide receiver screen that Mayfield did get, sure, you'd like to see your players run north and south on the field. You don't want to see them running east to west. But when Mayfield finally got his feet settled after making the couple moves off of the screen catch that he got, he put his shoulders down and just charged right up the middle to get some yards. He even broke a few tackles there as well.
You're right. And he took a couple steps to follow his blockers. You know, he wanted to set the play up properly. So here we go. Coming to the line right now of the Swarm. Once again, Scott in the shotgun. One man in the backfield. That's Terrence Anderson. 3 receivers out to the right. Nobody to the left. Looks right. Oh. Now he goes to the left. Nothing doing. 2 Vipers take him down. That's number 20 and number 26.
Yeah, that's Harley Ivy and Sean Dawson there. Give them credit for the sack.
That was a team effort right there. They both got to him pretty much simultaneously.
It's the first sack of the game for the Vipers. And they were also able to contain Scott in the pocket as well, because we've seen Scott spin out of tackles, run to his left or run to his right. That time, the Vipers' defensive line, they collapsed around him and didn't try to make him run to his left or right, because he's been very lethal in terms of getting loose out of the pocket.
And that's what was so effective. I mean, both players got there at the same time. You know, Dawson and Ivy, they got there, and good teamwork. They contained him to the point where he had nowhere to go. He was boxed in.
So that was after the third down there, it's a turnover on downs as the Swarm decided to give up their fourth down possession to the Vipers. Score is still 14-6 in favor of the Zion Antioch Swarm. Again, this is your home for Chicago Vipers football here on SportsTownChicago.com. I'm Ryan Fahey alongside me, the number one Buck, Jason Bucaro.
You're too kind, Mr. Fahey. Rivera in the shotgun, 2 receivers out to the left, 1 receiver to the right,
Hampton
1 man in the backfield.
Yep, that's Josh Hampton.
And they are going to hand it off to Hampton, who's met very rudely, to say the least.
I think rudely might be sugarcoating it there. Oh.
That was a good shot. That was a Ryan Fahey-esque tackle. And now Ryan steps away from the mic for a second so we can say whatever we want.
The wind is picking up here and my papers are flying away. I apologize.
Mr. Fahey.
Now you're starting to sound like your co-host, Wes. And I'm not saying that's a compliment nor an insult. I'm just going to leave it at that.
I'm going to take it as a compliment.
Okay, there you go.
We're going to tell Wes what you said. Second down. Wes is scary, man. Second down. 3 receivers to the right. 1 receiver out. That's Jay Fortuna, actually, out to the left.
Yeah, he's out there as a wide
Now they run motion with Hampton. Ball snapped. Let's see what they do.
Wasn't a good snap there, but Rivera's got it. Oh.
So Rivera rolled out to the right, found a man, and just could not complete it.
Yeah.
It hit off his hands.
That
It was a tough catch. He was on the run.
Stan White there, the intended receiver.
He was on the run.
Yeah,
it's a ball that should be caught, but it's not the easiest play in the world.
Yep, so that'll bring up a long third down now for the Vipers here in their own territory. As we have played about, we'll say, 26 minutes of this first half. Again, the scoreboard is not working here today, so we are going off of what the officials' clock is on the field, and we're trying to keep up with it as best we can here on SportsTownChicago.com. I'm not promising that it is accurate, but we're trying to be, again, as close as possible for you guys, all of our listeners, to know what is going on the field.
So they're going to do the same formation. 3 receivers out to the right.
And
Fortuna by himself out to the left. They throw a screen pass out right. I can't see who made the completion, but flag comes in after.
I think we might have unnecessary roughness against the Swarm. Number 44 for the Swarm, he kind of initiated some late contact with lineman number 77, David Rose. So it looks like this one is going to go against the Swarm, and it will. And it's an automatic first down now for the Vipers.
Huge play for the Vipers, trailing this football game 14-6.
Yeah, and and that's something that the Vipers need. They needed some rebirth of this offense because they were clicking on all cylinders last week. Haven't been able to find a groove here so far here in this game against the Swarm.
That could be the, like you mentioned, that could be a big key to kind of get the momentum going. They were about to have to give the ball up. Now they get a first down, keep the drive going. There's at least 15 minutes left in this half, so they got plenty of time. Work the football, get a nice solid drive here.
But to note, again, in between plays as well, there is still a running clock for these first 42 minutes unless there is a touchdown scored or a timeout by either team.
No, I believe the touchdown, the clock keeps going for 3 minutes.
We'll have to look that up then.
I'm pretty confident.
Okay.
We'll have a wager on this.
Yeah, we'll have a wager.
Ball snapped, handoff. And he's got some room.
That's Hampton again.
Hampton's trying to get out to the left. He does. He finds the edge, and he's going. One man to beat, and now he can't quite do it.
He stepped out of bounds at about like the 35, I believe.
No, they're ruling him down over here. He didn't step out. They're ruling where he got tackled. He's at about the 20.
Okay, well, there was the whistle must have been blown a little early because I did hear a whistle before he was originally, I guess, on the next whistle called stepped out of bounds.
So that's a big first down play. Hampton is killing it right now. That puts him over 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, again, he already had a 70-yard touchdown run here earlier in this game to give the Vipers those indeed 6 points that they have here in this game so far, as they still trail the Antioch Swarm 14-6.
They're going to line up with 2 receivers out to the right. A slot man right, wide receiver right, receiver out to the left, 1 man in the backfield. Rivera in the gun. I believe is that Hampton in the backfield? No,
no, it is not.
Go with the big guy in the backfield. Anyways, Rivera rolling out to the left, nowhere to go. Gets maybe 2 yards.
You like to see your quarterback slide there and not try to go head first into that one just to avoid injury.
That was Jamie Wyatt, 6'1", 220 pounds was the man in the backfield. He looked like he was more of a fullback.
So, yeah, we're
than
seeing a
anything
little
on
bit
that
of
play.
personnel switch in the backfield, maybe again for the Vipers, trying to get some offensive tempo going here against the Swarm defense. Just try to create a rhythm here in this first half.
So it's going to be a second down. They did gain a few on that. We're going to line up with Rivera again in the shotgun. Same situation with Wyatt in the lone man in the backfield. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 receiver out wide left.
Yeah, wide left, it's Stan White for the Vipers.
Rivera trying to draw him off
Yeah.
sides. Almost did. Now he gets the snap. He's looking out to the left.
That's
He's got
Stan
it.
White. And
Is he in?
it
The
does
ball's
not.
completed.
He is about 3 yards short.
So, yeah, that was an interesting play because you called it that he was out. White was wide. Can't speak right now. Stan White was
Red
wide,
leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow.
wide to the left. And it was just one-on-one coverage, and
He-
Rivera
and-
didn't look anywhere else.
Yeah,
he was
and-
going there right away.
And Stan White even broke the one-on-one coverage that he had on the far side there, so it brings up first and goal and about 3 yards to go here for the Vipers. Here with, we'll say, about 15 minutes or so to go in this first half in total.
I'm saying 14 minutes.
Okay. Put wagers on it later.
So, man in motion, running from left to right.
That's
Now the ball
TJ
snapped.
Storino in motion.
Rivera looking to the left. Now he goes over the middle, tries for Fortuna. The ball was just broken up. He floated it there.
Dangerous play there by Rivera, throwing that off balance across his body to Fortuna, deflected in the air by a Swarm player.
Todd Bland, a linebacker slash fullback, was able to close on that play and could have been intercepted a couple of times there.
Yeah, deflections in the air like that are scary for the offense.
No harm, no foul, though, so the Vipers are going to get another shot to try to punch this in.
Yep, second down, and again, still 3 yards to go here.
They are trailing 14-6, so if they can get in, there will be a decision. Do you try to tie it right now, or do you just go for the one? They missed the extra point the last time.
Pending this play, well, I'll get my result in just a second.
So the shotgun for Rivera keeping it himself right up the middle. A design quarterback draw. Official puts his hands in the air. It's a touchdown. 14 to 12, and now it's decision time. Ryan Fahey, I'm making you the coach again. What are you doing?
I would go for 2. I play the aggressive type. That again, that's just me. I'm not,
After
I'm
what
not
happened
affiliated
the
with.
last time, if they would have went for 2 last time and they missed it, it'd still be 14-6. If you're not going to make the extra point, if it's not a sure thing, I see no reason to kick it. But they are going to kick it.
Yeah, and out there is Zach Criswell, the kicker. So this will.
I disagree. Fahey disagrees.
Yeah, the wind.
But we're not coaching.
The wind is coming from out of the northwest here, so it's in favor of Criswell, but he missed the extra point last time, so let's see if he does it well here.
Snaps down, kicks up, a lot of distance on it. That one goes through the upright, so we got a 14-13 game.
And we lost the football behind the fence. So,
and that might be final then. Once the ball is gone.
It's once the ball is gone, we're out of here.
This is like Sandlot, huh? Everyone got an extra ball.
I think maybe our cameraman, Brian Stern, might have to run to my car to go
get an
extra football.
This might be a good spot for Ryan Fahey to find out from the referee that's standing right there if the clock stops on the official on the touchdown. I don't believe that it does.
Well, here on this play it won't. After the touchdown it doesn't stop. Did I say it did?
Yes, you said it stops.
I apologize. I got my words mixed up. You were correct.
I know.
With authority. Anyway, this is Jason Bucara and Ryan Fahey with you here for Chicago Vipers football on the home for Chicago Vipers here on SportsTownChicago.com. It is a 14-13 Antioch Swarm lead here over your Chicago Vipers, who come into this game 1-1 on the season.
Big win last week.
Yeah, dominant win last week over the Falcons. 42-24 last week.
So Scott in the shotgun, 2 receivers out to the left, 1 receiver to the right, 1 man in the backfield. Scott now looking left. Now he's going to go right, and he fumbles. Ball is loose. I think the Vipers have it.
Yep, and it looks like that's Jamie Wyatt that has the ball. And we'll get the official word in just a second. And they do.
Big play for the Vipers. All of a sudden, a momentum switch. Think about this. Just a couple of minutes ago, it's 14-6, and it looks like the Swarm are about to score again. And the Vipers, their defense holds.
Yeah.
They get the ball back. They score, and now they get the turnover.
I still think it
They
was
could
an
take a
interesting
lead.
decision there by the Swarm to give it up on 4th down because they didn't have many yards to go there because
Oh,
they were inside.
20, 30 at the most.
Well, we have to look at the conversions as well, though. So, a very interesting turn of events here as we are rallying towards the end of the line of this first half between the Vipers and the Swarm.
So the Vipers are going to get started here, I believe, at the 28.
Yeah, it looks like the 28-yard line.
We'll call it the 28-yard line.
Yeah.
Rivera in the shotgun, one man in the backfield, one receiver wide out to the right,
And
two receivers out
right,
to the left.
right here on the near side here.
So Rivera looking to pass, can't find a man. The pocket collapses. Now he steps up and he's going to run. He's got some room. He gets past the first level of defense.
Tucks that ball in, Mr. Rivera.
And how do they say, Mr. Fahey? Vipers first down. Do my best Hercules.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
don't look at me weird
I'm
like
not
that.
looking.
You need to calm down. Ryan Fahey has been crabby. He needs your love. Hit him up on Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
At rfahey206.
Say nice things to Ryan Fahey. He needs it.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. And so do I, because you ate all the gummy worms or gummy bears.
Do we have gummy worms out here?
We
Maybe we can get our outreach guy, Tyler Simpson,
got, what,
to
5 minutes
get
for
us some.
halftime?
I don't know. We'll have to find some gummy worms later
So
on.
here we go. First down. The Vipers have two men in the backfield right now, and they have a receiver wide to the right and wide to the left. Interesting. First time I believe they've had two in the backfield. Now they're going to fake the handoff, and Rivera is going to roll to the left, now to the right, throws the football, has a man, it's caught.
Oh,
Catches it on his knees, gets up, breaks a few tackles, and they're going to call him down before
it looks like he's down at the 1.
Yeah,
That's
that was a
Tommy
very
Wattis
interesting
there.
play.
Wow. We couldn't really see from our point of view as we are in front of the Swarm sidelines here.
Basically, we're at the
Wow.
concession stand.
That too. But wow, what a catch there by Tommy Wattis. Great pickup by our
Good
camera crew
throw,
on
though,
that one.
too. Very good throw.
Yeah, so it's just first and goal with not even 2 yards here to go for the Vipers as they look to take the lead for the first time today.
Rivera had to improvise quite a bit on that, and, you know, being on the run, he threw all the way to the sideline. He had to put a decent amount on that football.
He did, and, considering that he pulled a spinneroonie in the backfield before the pass
Okay,
was
that will be
thrown.
the first and only time we will say spinneroonie during this broadcast. Where'd you pull that one from? Spinneroonie, huh?
My
Do you use
brain
that
of my brain
frequently?
of knowledge. I don't know.
A spinneroonie. All right. First and goal. Rivera in the shotgun, one man in the backfield. Receivers, two to the right, one to the left. Now the ball snapped. Rivera throwing to the end zone. Floats one to a wide open number 10, Anthony T.J. Storiano for the touchdown. Storiano is listed as being out of Fairfield, Connecticut.
Ooh, so yeah, he is the only person out of this team, besides a few Wisconsin players, that are from the East Coast.
East Coast.
As our cameraman pointed out that Wisconsin is not on the East Coast. Thank you.
Connecticut, though.
Yeah, no, I'm saying Connecticut. The only player, again, is Storino from the East Coast area, is what I'm saying.
So with the touchdown, now they go for the extra point.
And
it's
that's
up. It's good. So it's going to make it 20-14 Vipers.
And 14 unanswered points here for the Vipers here.
We've got to be getting close to the 3-minute mark.
We have played about 38 minutes of this football game in the first half so far. Oh, we are under the 5 mark, so okay, thank you to everybody else that is helping us out here with the clock. So now it is a chance for the Swarm to get back and potentially tie the game and take the lead.
Take a lead before halftime. The Vipers obviously are going to have their say, as they're going to look to make a defensive stand and build on that momentum, as I would say go to the locker room, but there's only 5 minutes. They're going to go to the sideline, rejuvenate.
There you go. Get some water, get some hydration in you.
Some H2O.
Gatorade.
When we go to the break, we're going to send Fahey on a gummy bear run.
No.
No, we got the concession stand.
Yeah, I got
right
the
behind.
concession stand right behind us, so we're okay.
So it's going to be first down. Again, they start every possession on the 30. The Vipers are going to start from the shotgun. One man in the backfield. They're going to have two receivers out to the left, one in the slot. Then they're going to have one receiver wide out right. Scott takes the snap. He's rolling right away to the right. It's a reverse. He hands the ball off. A little shake and bake. Nicely played there by number 20, Harley Ivy. Did not bite any of the fakes. The reverse does not work.
Yeah,
it's a loss of 4.
He read that one like a book.
You've been waiting to say that all day, haven't you?
Yeah, maybe a little.
You were driving here, you're like, can't wait till the first. I read that one like a book reference, huh? Yeah, if you get too bad this is radio. You guys can't see the smile on Ryan Fahey's face. It's the first time you've smiled all day.
No, it isn't.
They don't know that.
That's true. You got a point.
Second down. I still can't get over the size of the center. 6'6", 300 pounds.
He's a big guy.
Ball snapped. Scott looking, finds a man over the middle. It's going to be caught at the 30. Nothing after. That was caught by. It was on the reception there.
A timeout has been called also on the field by the Swarm, so the clock will stop here.
I believe that was Artavius Nixon on the reception.
And one of their main backs that they've used in this first half, the Swarm so far, offensively. Again, you listen to the home of the Chicago Vipers football team here on SportsTownChicago.com. I'm Ryan Fahey. Alongside me, the one buck, the best buck, the only buck that I love, Jason Bucaro.
Well, thank you. I appreciate those kind words.
I was kind of rattling those off as I was speaking. I did not even prepare that to write as a speech.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that for 1 second. Again, I think you rehearsed everything you're saying right now.
No, I didn't actually. That's the last bit I didn't. If that helps.
So you made the ride up from Woodridge, is that correct, Ryan?
Well, actually, I got first rode up here from our Sportstown Chicago studios before we came out here to Grays Lake. Myself and our great cameraman Brian Stern doing a tremendous job here at Grays Lake this evening.
You guys beat the rush hour traffic. We are on our way.
We actually stopped stopped in Oasis to grab some dinner before we got here. So
what'd you get?
Sabaro, the world famous mall pizza.
Yes, nothing wrong with that.
Even had a breadstick with it too, and a Gatorade. Quite the nutritious meal.
It's the dinner of champions.
There you go.
So the ball snaps. Scott with a couple receivers to the left. Looks left. Nowhere to go. The pocket collapses, and two Vipers take him down,
and
including
Jamie Wyatt there on the first coverage there for the Vipers defense.
And once again, Harley Ivy was in on that play as well. His name has been called quite a bit.
Yeah, and another timeout here is going to be called by the Zion Antioch Swarm as well, as we are nearing the end here of this first half.
We think.
What do you mean, what do I think?
No, I said we
don't.
think.
That's an open book that you probably don't want to read.
We think we're nearing the end. We don't.
We know we are. This one we know we are.
Think.
Again, we are.
From what I can tell, there's 12 minutes left.
That is, yeah, again, there is not a functioning, a properly working scoreboard here in Grays Lake for this evening's broadcast. So we are going off what the referee clocks are, and we're trying to make our own clock here to, again, give you guys the best picture and sound of how long this game has gone through. Well, we can tell you the score, though. Well, that we know. It's 20-14 in favor of your Chicago Vipers.
And let's recap it here a little bit real quick. First play of the game was a fumble by Josh Hampton that led to a touchdown by the Swarm.
Yep.
Then we have Hampton getting a little bit of redemption. He takes it to the house on a 70-yard touchdown run. Then the Swarm come back. They score a touchdown. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the Vipers. We're standing at 20-14, and we're ready to go right now.
Scott all along in the backfield just to make note of.
Scott looking to pass. Pump fakes. Now the pocket collapses.
How's he making all these?
Eluding.
Oh, no.
Escapes 3 guys. Finally gets taken down by Sean Dawson. Before he got taken down, he actually faked out Dawson.
I believe that was actually Jamie Wyatt again on the coverage there on Scott for the Vipers.
Sean Dawson was the one who made the tackle.
Yeah. So after that third down, it is I believe a change of, or are they going to keep the ball out there? And it looks like they are. So, well, no, they are. Okay, so it is going to be a change of possession now. I apologize. There was a quick confusion there on who was going to take possession. But again, so after the 3 downs there, it is once again Vipers football. And Buck, you mentioned to it before the offensive possession started for the Swarm, the Vipers need another defensive stop. They got one.
They did. I believe we're at 6 seconds left in the half.
Well,
so that's correct.
We're getting there was some confusion with the sidelines with the Vipers with the official. So we're going to figure out what the official clock is, as both sidelines want confirmation of how much time is left in this first half.
It's an important thing to know.
It is an important thing to know, and it could also inhibit game plans as well on the offensive and defensive possessions for both the Vipers and the Swarm here.
look at number 75 for the Vipers, Andy Jones.
Okay.
He's 6'5", 345 pounds. He's an older gentleman too. I believe he's a Chicago cop, but he is a large man as well. I would love to see these two centers just square up in a good old-fashioned game. What is it, Oklahoma or whatever, the drill? Where they
yeah, the Oklahoma.
Yes, that would be awesome. Those are some big boys.
Those are some big guys. I doubt they drive Mini Coopers.
Why would you doubt that?
Be a little hard for them to.
Don't make assumptions, Ryan.
Okay, how about smart cars? I doubt they own smart cars. That makes more sense. Okay, do you feel better now if I say smart cars?
Yeah. Why are you trying to insinuate they're not environmentally friendly? So the ball snapped.
Over
Rivera gonna fire one down for the Hail Mary.
Oh, nope.
He was looking for number 81.
That was Frank Wattis, and on that note, that is going to be the end of the first half. So off the Hail Mary, incomplete pass.
20-14. We have a 5-minute break, so why don't we throw this to a commercial?
We will.
And we'll be back in a couple minutes to get ready for the second half here in Grays Lake.
Yeah.
You listen to SportsTownChicago.com.